Farrah. Welcome to my show, Fix Your Reflection First. I have had a wealth of life experiences, both good and bad, like everyone, and the one thing I have learned is that I am wholly responsible for the results. As I have evolved to liking the person I see in the mirror, my life has changed for the better, and that is what I help those that I coach do too. Please tune in every week as I will coach folks, listen to stories of success, and give you the tips and tools I have learned to make sure what you see is something you love and help you fix your reflection first. Hi, I'm Rhonda Farrah. Welcome to Transformation Talk Radio Network and Fix Your Reflection First and Live Your Best Life Ever. We are live here at Transformation Talk Radio Network. And if you'd like to call in and talk with us, the number is 800-930-2819. Wherever you are in life, if you are not living the life that you want to be living, the life that you desire, perhaps the life that you dream about, you have come to the right place. So happy that you joined us today. Our program, Fix Your Reflection First and Live Your Best Life Ever, is dedicated to awakening hearts, minds, and most especially spirit to that innate power from within, that innate power within each and every one of us, our authentic power from within, the power to thrive and not merely survive. That power, again, is within each one of us. It's within you. So here we are. New beginning, spring of a new year, 2024, a powerful year if we choose to take this opportunity and make it powerful. If you choose to take this opportunity to live your best life ever. I'm going to do a couple things today, as this is our first show. First, I'm going to introduce me to you and how I came to do what I do as a lifestyle empowerment alchemist and coach, right? You're saying, what is that? And the second thing is, let's talk about what does it mean to live an empowered life and how do you live that life? And finally, what does it mean to fix your reflection first? So here goes. How did I come to do what I do? Well, when I was a kid, I used to watch this show, the Bob Newhart Show. He was a psychologist in the show. And that, long and short, sort of set the basis for me wanting to become a psychologist, to go into that field, to help people whose lives are just not happy or fulfilled, perhaps out of control. During my practice in counseling, I have come to realize that there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. Remember that. Happiness is the way. So I grew up on the East Coast in Connecticut. Many of you know that. And in a traditional home and family, I had a stay-at-home mom and I had a dad who preferred that mom stay at home. I'm the oldest of 3 brothers and 1 sister. And until about 8 years old, I lived in what's called an extended family. And some of you may remember that. It was my parents, my siblings, and I, grandmother, grandfather, aunts, great aunts, you get the picture. And being the oldest of my siblings and having a very nurturing mom and all the female influences who surrounded me at that time, this all contributed to me wanting to be in service to others. So I formed a sense of wanting to be that nurturer and to nurture others at a very young age. So while my credentials include a Master of Arts in Counseling, Educational Psychology, and membership in the International Coaching Federation, most of all, my strength and expertise is having come out empowered on the other side of my own personal challenges. And some of those challenges include prison time in a federal women's prison camp, cancer, and the debilitating effects of divorce and financial ruin. But most especially sorrowful to me, and my biggest struggle was that I lost my sense of self in all of that. So something needed to be adjusted. And even with all that stuff, that not so good stuff going on, my life purpose was emerging. It was evolving. I was becoming my highest and best good. And so can you, wherever you are and whenever you are there in your life. Today, I help people conquer their most negative habits and build new, healthy, and successful lives for themselves. So how did I come to do what I do? I know that everything in life, the joys and the successes, the good stuff, the challenges, the struggle, the unexpected changes, again, the good and the not so good matters and shapes our life. We call it forward. Yes, you heard me. Whether we realize it or not, we call it all forward, consciously or unconsciously, subconsciously. And we call that stuff all forward for several reasons. First, to identify our authentic power from within. I call it my superhero power from within. Second, to learn some lessons that maybe we haven't learned yet along the way. And finally, to take inspired action, not all at once, for a change for the better in our lives, for our highest and best good, and to begin to live that life that we desire, that life that we want. No more default mode. Time to live the life that we desire. Let me ask you, have you ever looked into your mirror? It's not a new concept. I've been doing mirror work for years, and perhaps you have. And many of our viewers I know have heard of mirror work if they're not practicing it. So here's a question for you. When you look into your mirror, what do you see? Whom do you see? Do you like what and whom you see when you look into your mirror? Big question. This is our first show. There has never been a more important time to talk about what you want in your life. With everything happening globally the way it is on so many different levels, this is the time to look into your mirror, to fix your life, to fix your reflection first, and live your best life ever, or begin to anyway. Yes, to take responsibility for what and whom you see in your mirror. That's you, what and whom you see in your mirror. It really doesn't matter, the joys and most especially the sorrows, the challenges, all of it we need. And that means to go within, because that's what fixing your reflection first is. It means going within. It's an inside job to live the life that we desire. All that external stuff starts with our emotions, which turn to thoughts, which produce our external world. So if you ever want to know what you're thinking, just take a look around and see what you've created. That's your world. What if I were to tell you that despite all the challenges, the sorrows that you have faced, just like me, you could show up as a successful, a confident, a grateful individual in virtually every area of your life if you choose to. You see, I'm no stranger to that not so good stuff. I mentioned it. Prison time, cancer, divorces, actually several of them, one right after another, and financial ruin. So I really do know what I'm talking about. To go within, look within, and regain your sense of self, truly who you are. I realized that through all those struggles, I could find a gift and a blessing in every single one of them. I may have had to look pretty hard, I'll admit, at times, but I did find the gift and I did find the blessing. I did learn the lessons, and I came out a more empowered individual living an empowered life. So if I could save you one day of agony, would you consider fixing your reflection first? Would you consider taking the responsibility to begin to fix your reflection first and live your best life after, ever, happily ever after? Would you? Research bears that approximately 80% of our population, those who surround and influence us, and we surround and influence, are not living the life they desire. No way, no how. They're living their life in default mode, and they're settling for less year after year. They're just going through the motions of life. So as I continued to look in my mirror and take probably several steps back at any given time, as everything was falling apart in my life as I knew it, I realized, I had an aha moment that things were really coming together for me, really falling together for me. My life purpose was emerging. And again, how did I come to do what I do? I realized it was the person in the mirror, me, that had to make my life the best if I chose to do that. I'm an alchemist. Yes, I'm a coach, but I'm an alchemist. What do you mean, alchemist? Well, alchemy is the precursor to chemistry, transforming one substance into another. Like stone can be turned into a precious metal. And in that light, I became good at turning those struggles and challenges, those mistakes, if you will, those failures, if you will, those sorrows, all that not so good stuff. I became very good at turning that into which served me and empowered me. Although difficult adventures, I learned as I looked in my mirror at all of my life that there were gifts and blessings. Although everything was seemingly going wrong, yes, there were gifts and blessings for me. And I was grateful that I saw that. Let's take my time served in a women's federal prison camp. Well, that's the last place I'd expect to find myself in my early 40s. There were gifts and blessings there. I learned a lot about myself. Just when I thought everything that I needed to know about me, I knew. I was in this sort of timeout. And I had more time to go within. So I liked that. I sort of started at that point peeling away the onion skin and moving forward in my life. It's sort of a midlife crisis for me. Right back into being of service to others, though, because of that gift and blessing. Helping women through classes for their own emotional well-being, even though we were in prison all together. We were not alone. We were together, and we had this authentic power from within. Then, on the eve of release from federal prison camp, Midlife Crisis Act 2 entered. Knowing that the lump on my breast for 11 months was not likely to be good news. Diagnosis of nearly stage 3 breast cancer in none other than Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October of 2005. I chose to look at this news. It's not the best news, but not the worst news either. So through Eastern as well as Western medicine, my cancer went away. My takeaway? I realized more of my superpower, my authentic power from within. There it was again. Peeling away more of that onion skin which was keeping me from being my highest and best self and hiding my highest and best self from me. Helping the women with breast cancer that I shared a space with to know that they were empowered. They were not their cancer. However, their cancer was helping them help themselves. Truly, that struggle, that crisis, all those challenges with acts 1 and 2 of my life, it now allowed me to know that I was whole, perfect, and complete, regardless of my stories and struggles, regardless of the situations, the circumstances, and events. I was not that downtrodden being I used to see in the mirror, not at all downtrodden. Perfect even with my imperfections. Enter Act 3. Struggle, challenge, seemingly crisis at the time, divorce. Actually, a couple divorces, one right after another. It was really after that I had a clearer and longer look in my mirror as I fixed my reflection first. I realized then that my highest and best good was found right within me, even if I didn't know it before or realized it, even if I thought it, it was right within me. So today I continue to practice self-love, self-respect, self-care, self-esteem, self-awareness. My highest and best good as I look in my mirror now, and I see the love of my life. When you look in your mirror, do you see a downtrodden person, or do you see the love of your life? I will now attract my highest and best good, not only in a life partner, but everything in my life, because I'm treating myself with self-care, self-respect, self-esteem, with the awareness that I am a magnificent being, and so are you. So look in your mirror and like and love who you see, and if you don't, it's time to fix your reflection first. Again, we are live, so if you have a question or a comment, please call in 800-930-2819. So think about those not so good situations that have challenged you, the struggle, the crisis, sorrow, adversity, the not so good stuff, whatever it was, whatever it is right now, with whatever you're doing in life at this point. Take a moment now and write down one gift or blessing in at least one of those struggles or challenges. What are you going through right now? What are you facing that is giving you sorrow, that is giving you pain? Write down one gift and one blessing in it, because that's where we begin. Fixing your reflection first. First step, look in your mirror. Now, here's several tools that we can use that will serve you as you look in your mirror to liking and loving who is looking right back at you. Be kind. Be kind to yourself. I think especially as women, we're really good at being kind to everyone else. How about being kind to ourselves, treating ourselves with kindness? As well, be gentle. Be gentle with yourself. Stop criticizing and judging yourself. Look in your mirror. Find at least 1 to 3 things that you like about yourself. That's being gentle. That's practicing self-care, self-love, self-respect. Once we do that, we will not only become our highest and best self, but we will receive that care, that love, that respect from others. How about practicing self-awareness on your road to fixing your reflection first? How esteemed are you to you? Are you important? Are you enough? Are you important? is what you say and do mattering to you? Anything from not being a people pleaser or used as a doormat, like some of us have been in the past, to going out for a walk in nature. Take a walk on the beach. Do something nice for yourself. I love to walk on the beach. How about getting a massage? How about soaking in a hot tub of bubbles? How about playing in your garden? I love playing in my garden. Whatever it is that you want to do to treat yourself nice, try it. You just might like it. You know, I'm often asked, do I have any regrets because of all the not so good stuff that I have experienced in my life? The answer is a resounding no. None. No regrets. For all these situations, circumstances, events have allowed me to take a better look at my life as I look in my mirror. And I am grateful for all of those events. Do you look in your mirror and say you're grateful for your life, your past, your life now? Because you're determining your future if you can do that. More about living an empowered life and fixing your reflection first in all our next shows to come. In closing, regardless of that not so good stuff, that challenge, we have the opportunity, if we choose, to let it serve us and nothing less. Rather than throw us on the bus, let it serve you as it has served me. Know that there is a light at the end of whatever tunnel you happen to be traveling through, and it's not a train. It's the light to fix your reflection first and live your best life ever. I invite you to do what I did and continue to do, to fix my reflection first. I chose to fix my reflection first and be the best version of myself and live the life I desire, helping others to be their highest and best version of themselves, of our world. Thank you for joining us. I welcome your comments and questions. You can write to me at rhonda@helpmerhondanow.com. I'm your host, Rhonda Farrah. This is Fix Your Reflection First, and you are listening to Transformation Talk Radio Network. I will see you next time. But in the meantime, have a great day, every day, regardless of whatever's happening in your life. And I invite you to treat life as if it were ice cream. Enjoy it before it melts.
I'm Rhonda Farrah, and you have been listening to Fix Your Reflection First. Tune into Transformation Talk Radio every first and third Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time for success stories of folks I have coached. I will be sharing more of my tips and tools that you can use to love the person you see in the mirror and how to fix your reflection first. Live your best life ever by choosing to be bold and courageous, even if it means getting out of your comfort zone. To connect with me, visit helpmerhondanow.com.